Hello, welcome to my video. This is Astro Roast, part 6. Are you ready? This is an adult program. I will be using adult language. We'll be covering Aries, Leo, and hopefully Scorpio also, to close out this incredible series. It has been my pleasure to do these specialized readings for you, and I love you. I'm looking right at the moon. Okay, you guys ready? Hold on, let me wave at everybody. Hello, hello. So, I want to start with Aries. We're going to start with Aries. All right, Aries, take a second. Take a deep breath. Aries are lucky because in this current cosmic energy, everyone's feeling pretty frustrated. Aries are working this energy. Everyone's feeling pretty frustrated, but Aries can work this energy. Aries, you kind of know what to do with this energy. So don't look to any other signs right now to validate that you should take action on something, because they're definitely going to give you bad advice. They might even egg you on to be aggressive, projecting their desires, projecting their frustration onto you, wanting to see destruction. And so they'll give you advisement that may even cause destruction in your own life. Aries, don't let your friends egg you on at this time, because they want to live vicariously through you, because they know how to activate or trigger you. So Aries, in this time, your friends are going to want to trigger you because you're easy to trigger to them. And you need to keep using that self-control. Notice right away if you are getting advice or advisement from a friend, Aries, and they're triggering you. You're feeling emotionally activated and they're egging you on. Notice that. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Emotional manipulation? No, that's not healthy. And when people are feeling frustrated, the way this current cosmic energy is causing people to feel, they may be inspired to do some toxic shit, such as emotional manipulation, even to those they love, which is awful, and I don't want that for you. So I hope that helps. That's the first thing I have for Aries. I want to say something else. Next, we need to talk about Aries angel wings. Because Aries have this innocence. Aries have this innocence, and it's always worked in their favor, because much like Sagittarius has an energy of innocence when you look in their eyes, you know. They have this innocence, and they're pretty much used to people being able to read that innocence for what it is. So Aries always have a really good time, a real easy time socializing, connecting with people, because people feel like they can kind of trust them. And I know Aries to be particularly loyal and amazing. Aries turn the flip side on the rest of the zodiac by using their innocence against us. They know we see them as pure and innocent, and so they are able to lean into that to get what they want done. You can't get mad at an Aries for manipulating you when you've been manipulating them. All y'all living vicariously through your freaking innocent Aries friend, thinking they're not going to get back at you somehow, thinking that the karma's not going to play itself out. They might be doing that thing, they might be following through when you humiliate them, but they're also going to slash your tires. Yeah, but they're also going to throw a drink on your dress. Is it worth it? Friends, to fuck with the Aries right now, because you know they're pure and they love you and they'll do anything for you. So I think the toxicity of other people is really something I need Aries to be aware of at this time. I'm going to pause that message just to say something really quickly. If I ever give you guys a light code, which I do often, and I use specific language, as I do often, I feel really respected when you use that language back at me. I feel really respected when, if I give you a light code and you want to ask a question about that light code, that you repeat back to me the words that I said to you. In the last live, I had someone ask a question for clarity on my light code, but the words they used to retell the light code to me were really disrespectful, and I felt like I didn't even register it at the first. I was like, what are they talking about? And then I realized, oh, this is them showing me what they digested from what I said and they're regurgitating their perception of what I said. And it's like, this is how people miss messages. They think they need to reinterpret the light code to make it mean other English words when I'm already speaking English. So if I'm giving you guys a light code and you come to me using other English words to retell the light code to me, then you are not talking about my light code, because I gave the light code in English. So you need to make sure you're talking to me about the words that I actually said. If you come to me about another topic and say, hey, and then you provide to me another topic that is not the words that I used in the light code, then I will simply say, this is off topic. This is certainly something we can speak on, but this is not what I spoke about. That is my loving advice and reminder. I want to say one more thing for Aries. Aries don't really like to set a boundary, and that's another thing. Aries, they're not really comfortable setting a boundary, and I think that's why that innocence, they almost play into it. So people want to protect them because they don't have good nuanced boundaries. They just know how to do the big protection techniques. All right, so Aries, and everyone who might want to feel like an Aries, you ready for a repeat after me? Aries, repeat after me. Wait, take a deep breath first. You need to take a deep breath. Okay, you take a deep breath? Okay. Repeat after me, Aries. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not my style. Say it. That's not my style. I have another idea for myself. No thanks. I have another idea for myself. Aries, did you say it? Wasn't that so freaky for you? I want you to know the rest of the zodiac are looking at you like you're so silly. What? You're afraid to set these boundaries? The rest of the zodiac may not have realized this about you. Too dark. The rest of the zodiac may not have realized this about you. And I'm sorry to expose you, but you need the medicine. I don't like that. I have a different idea for me. That's not my style. I love that Aries care about being liked. And I find that Aries are already quite likable. But you know, Aries, you need something to do with all that energy, right? I want you to be aware that you don't take all that energy and put it into overthinking. It's better you put it into physical exercise. Don't put it into overthinking. There's no point. The mind is not supposed to be overloaded and constantly running like that, Aries. You need empty space in your mind so you can have new ideas. You're never going to have new ideas if you're constantly already thinking about something. This started for me when I was younger, when I started my awakening, as meditation. Now, meditation is lots of things. Now, meditation is tons of things. Okay, so that's our Aries reading. Oh, I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Aries. Aries, this is who. Okay, who? I was about to say so confidently, but I don't know what I was going to say. Aries, this is who you need to lean into, and it is Gemini and Libra. Aries, you need to look at how Gemini and Libra can say no, but it feels like a compliment. You missed it, don't worry, I'm saving it. Aries, I want you to look at how Gemini and Libra are able to reject someone, and the person walks away feeling good about themselves. Aries, I want you to look at the tone of their voice, their body language, their whole vibe. And if there's someone that you know, you might even be able to ask them, like, how do you set boundaries so well? Or I liked how you said that to that guy, to that person. How'd you get so confident? Like, ask them. They like to talk. Not a Libra, a Gemini won't. A Libra will not want to explain their sauce. A Gemini will give you a little something if they're your friend, if they love you. But don't trust it too much. If it starts to trigger you, then you know that they're just fucking with you. It's shady ground we're on. I think it might be better to just observe them, to play it safe. Just observe them, take in the downloads, Aries, and you're going to realize there's a way that you can still stay in that nice, spicy, intense energy that you're in, but play it very cool, calm, and collected, like a tiger, like a wild cat, like a panther. And I want, Aries, moving forward, I want you to more imagine yourselves less like a firecracker and more like a wild cat, stealthy, with a strong presence, fast reflexes, sure, but such fast reflexes that they are not always reflexing. Reacting. Okay? Next, Leo. I'm really feeling such a beautiful archetypal energy with Leos right now. I'm feeling a real beautiful archetypal energy. I'm seeing like a movie star sitting at their dressing room, like putting on their makeup and just looking incredibly glamorous. And it's like, it's like you're zooming in on all the incredible beauty, but then you zoom out and the room is empty and they've got no one around. They don't have any friends around, there's no family around, there's no flowers for them, there's no thank you cards. It's like Leos have alienated themselves, but in the alienation, they have blown up. However, the glow up depleted their battery. So now Leos look great and feel awful. They need to recharge the battery. Your battery, Leo, was very, very rightfully used. You glowed yourself all the way up, sweetie. Leos, you got rid of all your narcissistic and codependent relationships and everything in between, most likely. And now you're all alone, but you look great. That means you had a battery that you knew other people were depleting from you, and they weren't providing from what they were depleting. So you removed yourself, Leos, and you took that battery and you used it for yourself. And fuck yeah, I'm proud of you. But now the battery's empty, And you need to start to reconsider, how am I going to charge up this battery? What will it be? What do you love? Art, sport, exercise, fashion, which is an art, but still. What do you love? What do you love? And unfortunately, Leos have been alienated for so long that they feel very socially awkward. Leos feel very socially awkward. And it's just so funny, because it's like, bitch, no one cares that you feel awkward. You look gorgeous. You look gorgeous. You look like you're doing well, sweetie. All you gotta do is show up and smile. I know that you're not used to that. You want to be the everything, and everyone's hearing your jokes and everything. That's the old you, Leo. That's the old you that let everybody deplete you, and you were just performing, and you never saved anything for yourself. That's why you had to separate yourself from society, Leo. That's why you had to separate yourself, because you were overgiving, and you finally stopped that, and you gave to yourself, and you look beautiful, but like I said, your battery's empty. So any of these things that you go and do that's going to fill up your battery will require human interaction. It's going to require human interaction, and right now you are putting human interaction on such a pedestal. You're putting human interaction on such a pedestal that it's like, do you forget, like, in this day and age, hot is powerful. Hot is powerful. And soon, your battery will be filled up, and you can start taking main character roles in whatever spaces you want to fill up. But in the meantime, you just have to be willing to show up and smile and do the thing that brings you joy. Because I think you're so hesitant to do the things that bring you joy, that will fill up your battery, recharge your battery. You're hesitant to do those things because you're worried that interacting with other humans is going to drain your battery, and it's not going to be worth it. So you have to build a foundation of trust within yourself, Leos. You need to build a foundation of trust within yourself, that you know and that you promise and affirm for yourself. You will not be that old way. Okay? You have to make that promise for yourself. You just have to be like, no, I'm not that way anymore. I'm not that way. It's a whole new world for you, Leos, because you just recently have realized that you don't want to live your life for other people only. And there has to be some left over for you. And you just realized this, Leo, but you've already committed to it, and I like that. But I think it's easier to commit to it when you're alone and alienated and just working on yourself alone on your own beauty than it is bringing that whole system out into the world. So here's what I would advise. First, I want to tell you that, Leos, you're overthinking. You're overthinking how everybody's looking at you. When you're highly psychic and when you're taking in a lot of information from other people, sometimes when we're overthinking about other people, we flip our energy field and the flow and the way that it goes. And we stop having an outward flow of energy, or rather, we stay having an outward flow of energy. However, we stop being tapped into what we're giving out, and we start being more focused on the energy that could be coming in. And so, Leos, right now, and everyone goes through times where they do this, some signs like Aquarius, we're doing it all the time. Leos, you're kind of psychically always going out into the whatever spaces you're going to go to kind of try and predict who's gonna criticize you and like find like the best path for yourself. And it's a really roundabout way to find success for yourself, when if you just show up and smile, they will all move. showing up in a weird energy because you're overthinking, and you got to remember, okay, just remember, I'm cool, I'm confident, I'm cool, and like saying like a mantra in your head, and like having a whole system that you're doing, Leos, like drop all of that. It's already too exhausting for yourself, and that's why you can't get yourself to do any of the things you want to do yet. Because you're exhausted before you leave the front door. You've already depleted your battery. You're already tired. You just don't have the juice right now, Leo, to do a whole system, have a whole mechanism going inside of your body, a whole machine that you're running. And then you go out into the world and you keep it running. No. Maybe when you're charged back up, sure, go ahead, try whatever weird methods you're going to try. But for now, it feels like Leos have got socializing and just being out around people on a huge pedestal, and they're overthinking it. And I recommend Leos drop all the things they're overthinking. All the extra like protection things. Oh, well, if I don't like someone, I'm just gonna say fuck you, or like whatever. Like, no, don't even worry. Don't even think about someone criticizing you. Don't even think about the things you don't want to happen. Look at the space as neutral and decide what you need to do. What's your purpose? Why are you going there? And do it. And show up with a smile, baby. It doesn't have to be a literal smile if smiling is not a part of your personality. It just has to be an energetic smile. Because why are you going to show up and shit in other people's spaces? Just stay home. Like, if you're not comfortable coming into a space with a smile on your energy, then please stay home. Because people have enough issues at home, so that when they go into spaces that are supposed to be recharging spaces, like yoga studios, art classes, whatever spaces people are going to heal these days, even sports, you go in there with a negative shit ass attitude, no one wants to deal with that. You go in there being awkward and like, people aren't gonna have their feelings hurt. They're just gonna be annoyed. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's too much effort. No, I've got enough shit going on. So, Leos, the way that you think everyone's looking at you, they're not. And when you catch yourself over-focusing on thinking everyone's looking at you, chances are you've just got most of your focus on everyone else's energy and not enough on your own presence. So you want to bring that in and start to become aware again that you are your own sun. You are your own bright light. You emanate energy out of you. And that has a beautiful, gorgeous impact on the world around you, Leo. You don't have to do roundabout ways to get through. People will move for you. You're very bright and very beautiful. And you've prioritized it and you're looking great. Show up with a smile and watch how it fucking works out. But you will have to show up and you will have to smile energetically. Which just that seems so hard for you. And that's why I'm only giving you those 2 tasks. Do the hard thing. And a third thing, don't be an asshole. And if you can't have a smile in your energy, don't go. You're not ready. You're gonna have to find something that can recharge you that is in solitude. Because bringing crappy energy into spaces where other people are trying to heal is never a good idea, nor is it good karma. Leos care about their karma. Leos don't want to be bad people. No one is messy on purpose. Okay. Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, messy on purpose for sure. For the plot line, they call it. That's what the kids call it. For the plot. Sprinkle a little trauma on that plot. You happy you did that? Okay, so Leo, who do you need to be inspired by right now? Capricorn, hot, super hot. Capricorn's hot. Capricorns are so hot. Now, I have a Capricorn Venus, so this is coming through the filter of me. Capricorns are so hot. They show up and they're like, yeah, I own this business. Yeah, this is a, $10,000 suit. Yeah, these shoes are from Italy, custom made. Yes, my hat is also custom made. Yes. They just have that energy. These Capricorns, they're just like, with good posture and silent as fuck, unless they have something to say. And when they have something to say, you can just tell that they run the business. You can just tell. Before they've even said anything, you can just tell. So Leos, look at that. Look at how Capricorns can be calm, cool, smooth, and collected without saying anything. Leos, look at how the Capricorn holds themselves. Look at their body language, their vibe, how they make you feel, how they move around. Let that inspire you. You can embody those energies too. Yes, Capricorns exude so much confidence. Capricorns, it's like, excuse me, miss. Can you help me? Yes, I can help you. So we just did 2 readings. We just did Aries and we did Leo, and we have Scorpio. And I do have the energy for Scorpio. That's really exciting. Scorpio is finally, I think Scorpio kind of feels like the first sign that's actually going to get roasted. For the most part, I've come through as like the big sister. Which is like the gentle roast, but I don't want to make you cry because then you're going to tell mom. Okay. We gotta change it. We gotta exit fire now. Re-enter water. Scorpios are like caught in a web or a net. Scorpios are the one sign of all the zodiac that are getting hit the hardest with the narcissist portal. Scorpios have done some deep, dark, and dirty things in these past few weeks. Scorpios, you know. Scorpios have perhaps pushed over out of a comfortable boundary voluntarily in a narcissistic manner in this past cosmic energy. Or, hold on, I'm gonna lift you up a bit. Or Scorpios have been thinking about it, dreaming about it. Some Scorpios right now are like, fuck, do I have a chance? Can I just do the bad thing I was gonna do? No, trust me. You don't want it on your conscience. One person you traumatize is you changing a person's life for the negative for the rest of their life. Scorpio, you could just walk away. And yeah, it might suck for them to lose you, but it's better than you traumatizing them, okay? Scorpio, I have an affirmation for you. Are you ready? Scorpio, repeat after me. I don't like you. I love your work, but I don't like you. I don't like this. I choose not to participate. I have an appointment. See, for Scorpio, there's this weird thing going on where they are agreeing to invitations to things they don't want to do, and then when they get there, they make it awful for everyone. They like go voluntarily, and then they make it awful for everyone. They spread a stank energy. Scorpios, how dare you? Scorpio, how dare you? Well, should we pin that scorpion that you put? Let's pin that. That's cute. I like that little scorpion. Scorpio is just going out. When you go out into a space and you're like, something's off here, there's a Scorpio there. There's a Scorpio there. Just farting their resentment out into the crowd because they don't want to be there. Then bitch, why are you there? Baby, say no. Say no, thank you. This is interesting that I've got you so close to Aries when I was telling Aries something similar. Scorpio, you are not taking control over someone because you can convince them to do something that they don't want to do. I want you to know, Scorpio, that one of the most toxic things you're going to be drawn to do in this energy is try and get people to do things they don't want to do. And the reason you're doing that right now in this energy, Scorpio, the reason is because that's what you do to yourself all the time. You make yourself do things that you don't want to do for other people. So then you start to get twisted in the head. And because you choose to treat yourself in this twisted way, Scorpio, now you've internalized it, and now it's affected your whole perspective, your whole perception. And now you treat everyone with the same amount of respect that you have for yourself. This makes you an unsafe person. Scorpio. You're like a predator. I'm swiping left on every Scorpio on Bumble. Guarantee in this energy. Sorry. I'm not fucking around. I have to stay serious. I'm still in the Scorpio reading. It's not smiling energy. I have to take a silly break. Hold on. Ah! Scorpios, why do you have to be this way? Why do you make me talk to you like this? Actually, I do like it. I'm just being dramatic. Please keep fucking up so I can roast you. Scorpios, really? You think you're gonna be able to live with those ghosts? P. Diddy is a Scorpio. Do you think you're going to be able to live with those ghosts, baby? With those skeletons in your closet? Some of you are looking at someone and you're like, they'd be a great skeleton in my closet. No. Everyone right now, if you have a best friend who is a Scorpio, I need you to do a check-in with them and stop them from doing something stupid, okay? And you can't hold back with them. You need to tell them, you sound manic. Are you on your medicine? You need to let them know, you sound like a lunatic. Don't do that. I'm coming over. You know what I mean? That's what you can only really do that with a best friend. Oh. Well, Scorpio people, I'm really glad you're taking this well. I wasn't sure how you were going to respond with me calling you all narcissists. But it's a temporary transit. I'm calling it the narcissist portal. That's really calling forward people's narcissistic tendencies so they can be purged out. I'm not trying to call you out too much, Scorpio, but I'm just saying now this is just making being a narcissist really available to you, and you're starting to look at other people like your pawns. Are you hearing this about Scorpios? Are you guys cross-watching this shit? Did you hear that? I'm gonna have to rechannel that. Scorpios have been treating other people like pawns, not considering what's best for the other person, just considering what's good for themselves. But how, Oracle Brigette, how would the other signs let Scorpios do this? Scorpios are convincing, and Scorpios are overwhelming, and Scorpio is going to send a tidal of emotional energy over your body, and they're going to catch you in that water like a net, and they're going to pull you close to them, and because they didn't physically pull you close, you're going to think that maybe you wanted to be there. And that icky space is where they're thriving. And that's not okay. I don't want you to numb out right there. Let that be your dip into being toxic, and now leave it. You do not want to carry the ghosts of other people's trauma for the rest of your life. You need to understand, if you traumatize someone, every time they think of you, every time they tap into your energy, they are feeling the most awful emotions and vibrations, which are forever attached to you for as long as they have the trauma. Just constantly psychically being tortured by your victims for the rest of your life. They are so magnetic. Magnetic, that's a good way to put it. I was using the tidal wave analogy because, you know, the water. And also, Scorpios are really, like, delicious. Scorpios right now, they're really sneaky because they don't understand why people are so drawn to them. Because even when they're not trying to draw people to them, even when they're not trying to draw people to them, people are coming. People are flocking to Scorpios. So they're like, fuck it, I guess they're brainless idiots who I get to control. No! No! There's something else going on with you, Scorpio. There's something else going on with you. Every Scorpio has a wholesome dream and a villain fantasy. Scorpios, I hope you choose to manifest the wholesome dream rather than the villain fantasy. Because I think every Scorpio is being tested by this current energy to enact the timeline of their villain fantasy. And if that feels real for you, then I want you to know that the most incredible life of your dreams that is wholesome. Also, I'm not saying like devoid of orgasms. Like, I'm not saying a bad life. I'm saying one that is wholesome is just as accessible. It just requires that you say no to different things and yes to different things. And you know the difference. Scorpios, you're going to be like rejecting a lot of people, and that's going to be hard for you because you're like, but I could make them my minions. And it's like, for what? Is that going to make their life better? No, it's not. You know it's not. Don't make up some icky, creepy shit. No. Do not take people out of their power because you know how to hypnotize them. Scorpio. Just because you can hypnotize people doesn't give you the right to hypnotize people. It doesn't give you the right to hypnotize them and make them your slaves. Am I exaggerating? Yes. But that's the fantasy. If that's your kink, find someone who will consent to that as your kink. But do not trick people who are attracted to your mystery into acting out of their character for your entertainment, ultimately. You treat them as if they're not valuable unless they entertain you. And so they're willing to do things for you because you get them in this space where they need to entertain you. And it's like, God sees you. God sees you. Taking all that power that you have and being not only frivolous with it, but a predator. God sees you. Do you think that was going on under wraps? What do you think is going to happen? Change now. Okay? Okay, Scorpios? Because your entire sign's about to get written off. And that's freaky, right? That's freaky. That's really freaky. But I have faith in you. I believe in you, Scorpios. If you need people to entertain you, pay them, make their life better, help them. Do that so that what they give to you doesn't take from them. Especially not if it's a Leo, because Leos know that they're not doing that shit anymore. So, Scorpio, I actually want you to lean into Capricorn. Capricorn's really winning right now. I'm pretty sure that's what I said in the Capricorn reading too. Scorpio, I want you to look at Capricorn because Capricorn will stay true to their values and they will have fun. Capricorn will stay true to their values and they have fun. And they still wake up on time for all of their responsibilities. What you'll notice they don't do, Scorpio, is they don't worry themselves about the choices of other people. And Scorpio, you're constantly in a state of manipulation because you're insecure.